Welcome to WinSouls TV. This is your host, Jeff Thomas. And we are just going to jump right on into it today. Something in my glasses. So today is a serious topic. One of the things that I hear a lot of Christians say when I tell them about some of my spiritual adventures with the Lord and about some of the testimonies that I've had with the Lord, one of the first things that they say is that, oh, well, that's not possible because if the Lord wanted me to have that, then I would have that. Or if the Lord wanted to use me in healing, then he would just use me in healing and this, that, and the other. Well, here's the thing. Our faith is justified by our works. The first thing that we have to come to grips with is answering the question, do you really believe what is in this word? Do you really believe? Because if you really believed what was in this word, then you would know that all things are possible to those who believe, first of all. And then secondly, you would know our faith is justified by our works. Now, what does that mean? It doesn't mean that we have to work for our salvation. It doesn't mean that we have to do anything in order to receive anything from God. It has already been given to us. Yes. But at the same time, it's just like saying that when Christians say that, oh, well, the Lord would use me in that if it wanted me to have it. Well, he's already given it to you. You have to believe and actually step out of that. You see what I'm saying? And that is the concept of praying and walking. And there are many examples of that in the word. And a lot of Christians and a lot of us miss that. A lot of us miss that in the word. When the people in the Bible days moved out of the very things that the Lord had for them, a lot of the times they were praying because they were uncertain. But while they were praying, they were already moving in that direction. So a perfect example of that is with Samson. Okay, he goes through all of that situation. And then at the end, when he killed all of the Philistines, he put his hands on either side of the pillars. But before he moved out of that, he asked the Lord to fill him with that strength again. But he didn't just ask and just wait for it to happen. He asked and moved out of faith. He took that step of faith and went ahead and put his hands on those pillars. The Lord provided that strength for him. And then immediately those things started to happen. He asked the Lord for him to die along with the Philistines that he killed. And that very thing happened. And here's another example of this. Moses in Exodus 14, when the Egyptians were in hot pursuit of the Israelites and they reached the sea, Moses or the Israelites were crying out to Moses like, oh, why in the world did you lead us here? Man, we should have just stayed with the Egyptians. And Moses was saying, no, let's just wait because the Lord is going to help us and deliver us from this. Now, I'm paraphrasing here, but the Lord looked at him like, look, I've given you all of this power. In Exodus 14:15 through 16, I've given you all of this. Why are you crying out to me? Raise your hands up and part the sea so that the Israelites can walk through it on dry ground. And so basically what I'm saying here is the Lord has already given you the power to do all of these things. Heal the sick, raise the dead, cast out demons. But we have to move out of that faith so that he can make that a possibility. Now, sometimes just praying is enough. But other times it's necessary for you to actually take a step in that direction. Majority of the time, we're not seeing those things happen because we are not taking the steps of faith for them to happen. And I'm not pointing fingers here, but if you want those things to happen in your life, you are going to have to take a step. Our faith is justified by our works, not works in terms of making it so that we are saved or so that we are righteous on our own accord. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is if you believe the word, then you will move out of the very things that the Lord said that we would be doing. And he said that we would be doing greater things than him in John 14:12. Greater things than even Jesus. But we need to begin to start to take steps of faith so that the manifest presence of God and the power of God through our relationship with him can be shown throughout the world. Because sadly, a lot of the churches that I've been to and a lot of the churches that I've seen, they preach about the power of God, but nobody has ever seen it. Why? Because we are only preaching from a state to where the Bible is just a book. It is just a book of cognitive understanding and theology. But where's the practical application that comes through relationship? Where is the power? Because the way that it's being preached is we're worshiping a powerless God. And that's not the case. We need to start standing up and start taking steps of faith in the direction that the Lord has already directed us. Y'all be blessed, and I hope this is a blessing to you. Let's get out there and get serious about this. Go out there and start healing people. Go out there and start raising people from the dead. You already have the power because the Holy Spirit lives on the inside of you. So let's go. Y'all be blessed. Have a good one.